Welcome, everybody. I know everybody's time is valuable, so I'll get right to it. As Elaine said, my name is Rick Wenzel. I'm from the West Coast region, and welcome to Bosch IDS 2.0 training. Today we'll learn about IDS 2.0, the differences between 1.0, and maybe introduce you to the IDP package unit. First thing is that we'll introduce you to the Robert Bosch Corporation, product introduction, sequence of operations. We're going to look at key features and benefits and some things you can offer your customers. The Bosch brand is world renowned. Can't say anything more than that, except for they've been in the marketplace for over 100 years. And it's their forward thinking that's got us to the product offerings that we have today, both in the controls, the domestic hot water and hot water heating, also on the air-to-air, the IDP package unit, the IDS 1.0, 1.2, the geothermal, and the mini split lines. The 20 SEER IDS inverter ducted split. That's how it looks. We came out with the IDS 1 and the IDS 2. The IDS 1 is an 18 SEER split system, and the IDS 2 is a 20 SEER split system. One thing I want to talk about today is that the product line on the split system, it is a heat pump, and it can be with an air handler in a multi-position configuration. Also, it can be paired up with a gas-fired furnace. We offer our 96% furnace. Couple of things about the system is our system is like no other. It is a dream for contractors, and the one thing that I hear most often is it's impossible. Well, I invite you to see the impossible and come out, touch it, feel it, whatever, and look at the system. The footprint of our systems are a 29 by 29 base footprint, with the 3-ton being 25 inches tall and the 5-ton being 33 inches tall. What this means to me as a former contractor is I can get this in any van or truck that I have a service technician or installer in. I can take it to a customer's house. I can get it through a side gate without having to crane it into position. And that means a lot. I can change it out. I can match it up with the Bosch line of air handler and the Bosch line of furnace and coil combination, or I can match it up with someone's existing system and just set the condenser on the house, which isn't heard of in today's world. Couple stipulations on that is I don't want to see a microchannel coil. I definitely want to see hopefully one of our coils, or a regular coil with an expansion valve. The ducted split has a 20 SEER IDS ducted split system, has a 10-year warranty. It is fully modulating, and it does have an Energy Star and HRI certification. IDS 2.0 has a 10-speed ECM motor, where at least in the 3-ton IDS 1.0 has a PSC motor. Where inverted compressor technology, we can go from 36% to 130%, modulating on 1% increments. In my world, in my market, this means a lot to me, because especially in the 5-ton application where capacities are reducing and the coils are getting larger to actually increase efficiency, I can actually modulate and do the same job as maybe somebody that had close to a true 5-ton system in their house without having to add a second system or zoning into that application. Whisper quiet operation down to as low as 56 decibels. It's compatible with most heat pump thermostats, and we look at thermostats just like a light switch on a wall. You need cooling, you need heat, we're going to trip it off, we're going to trip it on. Because of that, we can use almost anybody's thermostats. Couple things, features that we like. We have intelligence built into our machines. We know what we're running at due to the sensors and thermistors that we have on our system. We want you to turn off any advanced intelligence that are built into any thermostat, especially a Wi-Fi thermostat. I know like an Ecobee, they have intelligence on their heat side, they have intelligence on their cooling side, and both of them need to be shut off so we can do our job. All aluminum coil for superior corrosion resistance, which in your ocean communities, your beachfront communities, that's always a question that's asked. And a 2-speed IDU blower motor for humidity control. Humidity control, we have fantastic humidity control on our systems. On our systems, because we modulate for a target temperature of 47 degrees. We're always looking for a target coil temperature of 47 degrees. Because of that, we're modulating to achieve that up or down. Now, one thing that we have, and I always tell the guys to keep this in their pocket. If you have a customer that does not think that they're getting true humidity control, at a flip of a switch, the IDS-1 can go 10 degrees colder on that coil target temperature, and the IDS-2 can go 5 degrees cooler on that target temperature. But I tell them to hold on to this because it's very few people in our marketplace that actually will require that switch to be flipped. Unique selling points. Bosch's name. The comfort. And that's what we want. We want true comfort for the homeowner, and we want ease of installation for the contractor. Minimal energy use. Our home is not at 100% cooling or 100% heating. That's not where we want to live. The other manufacturers on the market, you flip the switch, the air conditioner comes on, it's whatever capacity is at is where it lives at. We don't. We want to come on, we want to cool the house down, and we want to modulate to keep the house cool at a lower energy use. I know for example, we always started low in our systems. Now the 3-ton IDS 1.0 is a little bit different. It starts off in low at 1.7 amps. And on the IDS-2, we'll start off low at 1.2 amps. The difference is the PFC motor versus the ECU motor. But it's incredibly low, and it steps up in 1% increments from there. Premium dehumidification. Just went over that. Because our coil temperature is so low, we can draw more moisture out of the air. Because we're drawing moisture out of the air, we can actually even drop it even lower and draw more out of the air. I know that in the Midwest region where I lived for a long time, it would get very humid in there, and I'd see a full column of water. It does the same if you're in a coastal community, Midwest or Eastern community. It does not matter. The IDS 1 is an 18 SEER split, and the IDS 2 is a 20 SEER split system. The IDS-2 and the IDS-1 we can both cool from 125 degrees, the IDS-1 down to 40 degrees, and the IDS-2 down to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. On heating side, it can go from the IDS-1 can go from 5 degrees up to 86 degrees, and -4 up to 86 on the IDS-2. Our condensers, that's exactly how they look. The B is for Bosch, and I go through these. We use 410A refrigerant. The power supply is the same, 230 volt single phase. Now, the one thing with both of our systems is we strongly suggest on your power supply, usually at the disconnect, a surge protector to protect the device and protect the homeowner. Again, the IDS-1 is an 18 SEER, and the branded compressor is a Mitsubishi. The difference here is the 20 SEER and the brand of compressor is a GMCC. Air handling units, wired, 410A also, 2A 230 volt, and available for electric strip heating. Okay, pairing combinations, certified combinations to get us to that 20 SEER mark. There they are, capacity in a 2-ton and a 3-ton and a 4-ton and a 5-ton. Pairing combinations with the 1.0 system, along with our coil, evaporator coil, and a 96% furnace. And this is the 2.0 with our coil and a 96% furnace. This is a 2.0 with our coil combination. And all of these are documented, and the parents are the certifications. You can go to AHRI website and get the certificate. Systems installation. Sequence of operation. We recommend BCC family, our family of thermostats, whether it's the BCC 50, the BCC 100, they're 24 volt thermostats, but we have the dehumidification function on those thermostats, which is a nice feature. Our installations are easy. Our systems are just as simple as installing a standard air conditioner or heat pump, and we'll go over some of those as we go on. Competitor products modulate with the compressor and fan together, whereas the Bosch inverter technology focuses solely on the compressor modulation technology. And this is true. Because of our sensors out in the condensing unit, we don't have to be proprietary. We don't have to have our condenser talk to that air handler. Our condenser has to talk to, their condenser has to talk to their controller that's $1,000 on the wall. And all of them have to talk together or the system doesn't work. We don't care. We are fully modulating and talking to exactly what we see on those sensors or our transducers inside our Bosch heat pump unit. All that information goes to the circuit board, which tells us exactly what to do inside the house, and the thermostat basically is that light switch on the wall. Compressor modulates up and down in order to match an indoor target coil temperature, which again is the standard coil temperature is 47 degrees. Bosch inverter technology, the 18 SEER versus the 20 SEER, the 1.0 versus the 2.0. Our fan runs at constant torque. Any cold air fan delay and heating fan delay do not exist on the 1.0. That's the number one complaint with the heat pump. I put my hand on the register and I get that initial cooler air, lukewarm air. The 20 SEER, it does have it. We have the anti-cold air fan delay and the heating fan delay, passive dehumidification, and of course the inverter technology. The boards are a little bit different between the 1.0 and the 2.0, and the 2.0 has a lot more features in the on the circuit board. It's got up to from 1 up to 25 parameters that you can look at any given time. Optimal performance, use the Bosch BCC thermostat. And again, that's for dehumidification control. It's a Wi-Fi thermostat, good looking thermostat. and it will definitely control the system and control the comfort in the home. Cabinet differences between the air handlers on the 2.0 and the 1.0. Brown in color, of course. I know I sound like a used car salesman when I say that. Indoor fan motor, ECM motor, single speed, constant. The 2.0 has an ECM 2-speed. The TXV is adjustable on the 1.0, and the TXV is non-adjustable on the 2.0. The coil is copper fin tube, and we're all aluminum on the 2.0, but I believe that's going to change. I believe we're going to have aluminum coils throughout the line. Outdoor unit, again, comparing it to 3-ton to 3-ton, we have a PSC motor in our 3-ton units on the 1.0. Plastic sticker and a brown in color. Outdoor fan motor is a 10-speed ECM on the 2.0. The paint is higher quality, printed, cabinet change for platform, and the cabinet color is silver, which is a nice color in my opinion. Control boards, again with the 3.0 or with the 3-ton. The 1.0 as a single control board, but it is different than the 2.0. Single control board simplifies troubleshooting, and we'll go over how much that simplifies and some of the things that it does. Differences on the control board on the 5-ton unit, the 1.0 has 2 control boards, or we still have the 1 in the 5-ton. Low voltage wiring. Low voltage wiring on 18 gauge, we want a solid thermostat wire. It does not have to be a shielded wire or anything of that nature, because the only thing we're doing is, again, turning it on and turning it off. It's rated for max wire length at 18 to 150 feet. Refrigerant charge. Our refrigerant charge, and I tell the guys this all the time, I take the length of the run and I minus 15 feet, and then I times it by 0.6, and I weigh the charge in. Then I go back and I double check the subcooling and superheating chart to verify that it's consistent and the charge is good for the temperature that it is right now. IDS 1.0 line, refrigerant line. We're always looking on the suction side, 3/4 7/8 on the 3-ton unit, and 7/8 inch and an eighth on the 5-ton unit. The most crucial line to us is the 3/8 on the liquid line. We're not looking for line traps. We're not looking for anything else, but that length of line and that 3/8 size means a lot when we're weighing in the charge. On the 1.0, we can only extend it to 100 feet. On the 2.0, we can go to 150. Now, going back to on the refrigerant charge, after our initial charge, we go in and we hit the force button, we go up to 100%. We weigh in our initial charge, we verify the charge is good. Our systems, based on our control board, we don't have to put our gauges on again. We can see it. We can see what the refrigeration charge is, what the suction pressure and the discharge pressure is, just by a push of a button. Once we push the button on that board and go down to that perimeter, we can see exactly what it is. And guys challenge us on this all the time. They'll put their gauges on, they'll go through it, they'll check it and see that it's exactly right. Unless there's a problem, you can look at those parameters on the board. Oh, electrical diagrams for heat pumps 2.0 versus 2.0 coil and the BCC thermostat. And you can see that on our thermostat wiring, we wire to B. We do not wire to O. Y and C and W is for emergency heating, backup heating, if you're in that type of market. If not, if you're not in that type of market, we can actually operate under 3 wires. And a common question I get a lot is, do you have is there a way to make an add-a-wire work? And an add-a-wire does work on this application. So if you have a standard air conditioning system and are going to a heat pump system, an add-a-wire will work if you have 2 wires going out to the condenser. Electrical diagram for heat pump, BVA 2.0 with our condenser and with our BCC 50 thermostat. Again, same configuration, same electric heat, same wires going out to the condenser. Here's where we get into our 96% furnace and our BCC 100 thermostat. Same wires out at the condenser. We're going to enable second stage for our furnace, and we're going to be able to use a gas-fired furnace. Same thing here. Same application, 96% furnace with the BCC 50 thermostat. Some of the questions we get on a constant basis: can I replace the IDS 1.0 BVA coil with a 2.0 BVA coil? No, these systems are not interchangeable, and it's completely it's design. Excuse me. Can I match the 1.0 outdoor unit with a 2.0 air handler, or a 2.0 outdoor unit with a 1.0 air handler? No, again, these product lines, no combinations between 1 and 2 can be certified. Can they work? Yeah, but they can't be certified if you're looking for the certification. I can't help you with that. Is communicating thermostat necessary on a 2.0? No, it's not necessary on a 2.0, 1.0, or an IDP. Almost any thermostat will work. And when I say most, I've maybe come across one thermostat that will not work. Will you certify the 2.0 outdoor unit plus case coil combination? Yes, these combinations are now available on HRI website, AHRI websites. And again, you can download and print the certification so you have it for your customers. Can I change out the controls on my 1.0 air handler with a 2.0 in order to achieve 2-stage fan control? No, they're not interchangeable. You cannot do that. And which IDS manufacturer match up heat pump systems for quality, qualify for Energy Star? All combinations of indoor and outdoor energy are Energy Star rated, as well as 2 through 5 ton 2.0 units, case coils, and 96% furnaces. Warranty. Our warranties are 10-year parts, 90 days labor. The ABC members will qualify for an additional 1-year parts warranty if the product is registered within 30 days of installation. There is no additional labor for the IDS product, but having that 1 year sets you apart from everybody else. Warranty claims must go through the Bosch Pro website. Sorry, I hit the mouse. Spare parts are stocked in New Hampshire and Illinois, and distributors have parts across the whole United States region. I was on the West Coast earlier last week, and they had a good assortment of parts if needed. Common question is, when they walk up to the board, they look at the board and say, do you have the boards in stock? They have not had due to salt air, they have not had corrosion and or problems with the circuit board that I am aware of at all, but they do have them in stock, just in case something happened. Act of God, lightning strikes, stuff like that. If you don't have the protection on there, sometimes they'll sneak through. Contractors can order spare parts and accessories through their local distributors. As a safety net in emergency situations, we can get the part out to you by processing a credit card or whatever you need to get those parts out to you in a timely manner. You can refer to spare parts at sparepartsbosch-climate.us. Oh, Bosch Training Academy. Why join? Take advantage of benefits, 1-year extended warranty, lead generation, which is huge, and it priority technical support, exclusive discounts, and more. By choosing Bosch, you represent one of the largest HVAC manufacturers on the market for over 100 years. So you don't have to sell the name. The name is already there and in the marketplace. So please join us at www.bosch-abcpartners.com. Literature, so important. You know, I'm a touchy-feely kind of guy. I like to have literature in my hand. I like to give literature out. I know for all of our systems, we have startup guides and information that I pass out to the contractor, the technicians. That way, if they do have a question about a certain product, they write all the parameters, everything down. They can talk to technical support. They can talk to me. And I know exactly what they're seeing. And usually it's just a minor installation switch and something, but they don't have to always be guessing. I can know every parameter that they're dealing with on the system. Also, with the Hertz rating in is what does that mean? If I have say on IDS 1 on my cooling mode 5-ton, is it 100% when I'm at 66? Yes, at 66 Hertz, you're at 100% on the cooling mode, and I hand out that literature. So you can find the literature at www.boschheatingandcooling.com/brochures. If you'd like to receive a certificate for this course, sign up on eAcademy at www.training.bosch-prohvac.com. And that is it. I'd like to thank you, and I appreciate going over this material with you today.